MVC has left me to go and partaking, eating food. Kind of ancient rituals humans like to do. The maps are going to be Grim Dungeons and Hidden Fortress. I would presume Team Alpha picked Grim Dungeons. That would make perfect sense. So let's get ready to go. So DreamHack Summer 2011 Quake Live Team Deathmatch. Metsu versus Alpha. This will decide the group winners of Group A. Both teams already qualified through the group. So it's all about getting the advantage of being group winners here and then playing the runner-up of another group, which should be, you would think, a weaker team. First map. Well, let's look at the teams first. Juvenile, Strengths, Viam and Zero QL for Metsu. Demon, Maddox, Keki and Sparty for Team Alpha. Obviously, being LAN, they don't really change lineups between the rounds, and we're going to go live on Grim Dungeons. Probably the best Quake Live Team Deathmatch there is. Double power-ups. Only lacking the plasma gun from the Arsenal. We're starting off with a Demon point of view. Gets that rocket launcher and lower yellow spawn. Juvenile doing an excellent job with the pummel. Is basically the kind of, well, basically the worst spawn on the map Juvenile got, and made the best of it. Demon straight up that bounce pad into this red armor area. This is often a location that both teams want to try and hold. And indeed, Metsu do come out on top. They're now 5-2 up. Metsu have been a very strong team on this map in the past. Their win rate on it, 64%, apparently.
Teams are tied.
Which would kind of suggest they are going to do a good job. Team Alpha is only 47%. Here we go. Strengths going up the bounce pad. With that battle suit.
Teams are tied.
Where's the quad damage?
Teams are tied.
Fighting over this red armor room. Great movement by Strengths, and he takes out two players. Could this be a third Team Alpha player going down? And Metsu do retain the lead, and they retain control of this red armor room. Brilliant play by Strengths. Rocket launcher work is expertly done, and he must have taken out the whole of Team Alpha there. Putting Metsu up, double the score of Alpha in no time at all. And Strengths now moves out to this lower yellow area. Anytime you can push out when controlling the red armor into one of the yellow armor zones, either the low or the high, and take control of that, that's a massive positive you have on. Now the two power-ups pretty much the same time being picked up, so there'll be no delay between them unless the teams force it. And so we should see both teams equal over the power-ups. Metsu, of course, controlling this red at the moment. We're going to cycle around. Look at Demon. What's he doing? Just takes a bit of damage as he dropped down the bounce pad. Maddox moving through in the shotgun room with shotgun against Zero QL, who had nothing to defend with, but then suddenly the rockets came out of nowhere and Maddox backs off. Viam looking at that 60 armor over this rail position with a rocket launcher with rail. Goes right down on top of Demon. Takes him out pretty comfortably. No pressure on Viam at LAN. 10 seconds to go until the power-ups. Looks like Metsu do have battle suit secured. Viam doing a good job over this rail. They're playing 3 men at battle suit, pretty standard. Probably 1 in the shotgun room as well. Maddox taking the quad. Waiting for this upper yellow before he moves out. And now takes that lower route. Presumably got the cooler battle suit, maybe. Was in the shotgun room. He goes at the bounce pad. Goes against Viam's rocket. And Viam takes out the quad. Let's cycle around and see what's going on inside the rocket. Well, there's Strengths with the end of that battle suit. And Metsu have a much better power-up play than Team Alpha yet again. And yeah, I believe this is their map pick. Metsu, sorry, I think I said Alpha earlier, but I don't believe that. Anyway, still with Demon. Only 3 ammo on his shaft. He's going to have to replenish that quickly. There's the crate below in the lower yellow, or you can just wait around for the lightning gun itself to spawn. Got to be careful though. Looks like Metsu are pushing out low into this yellow armor area. Going to cycle around again. See Maddox right in this doorway, pressuring the Metsu players. We see this with some teams nowadays. Very advanced, pushing forward and putting pressure much further forward than normal on the shotgun rooms. Although Maddox is just sitting back. He's going to take out Juvenile. Is he here? Almost. It's going to have to retreat, having run out of rocket ammo. And now we're left with the status quo. Team Alpha with the yellows and the quad, and Metsu with the red armor and the battle suit. This returns to Viam, 100-100, rocket launcher and shotgun. 11 frags the difference. That's pretty much nothing over a period of 20 minutes played. Quad up in 4. Battlesuit just before it. And look at this. Team Alpha have all moved in low. And Viam's been taken out with the quad. That was Demon, wasn't it? With the quad pickup. So Team Alpha, excellent maneuver there. I don't know really what happened to Metsu though. We're probably following the wrong guy to find out. Viam did get the battlesuit, but he was instantly dispatched because there was 3 Team Alpha players there, and yet Demon at the quad had no real pressure at all, and that's allowed Team Alpha to take over this quad room. He's only got 3 health left though, and that quad will run down, and he'll be in a kind of, oh, why is it doing that? He'll be in the kind of situation where you think, maybe I should just kill myself, but not anymore. 100 armor, 50 health. Could drop down for the 225. Decides against it. Goes pick up the shards in the 25 inside the shotgun doorway out to the yellow armor quad. It's only a 3 frag margin now. Alpha bringing it right back. There's a lot of pressure from Team Alpha on this quad area. Seems like Metsu haven't really got to grips with what area they're controlling. I mean, Demon moved right out with a teammate. Has to back off now though. Metsu, with not really much to work with, somehow just won that back. Let's cycle around. See what Viam's doing. They're all dropping down low. Trying to ambush is Keki going up against Zero QL with the rockets. I can only presume Zero QL spawned in the red armor area. We've got 15 seconds until the quad. See the kind of setups they got. Sparty, 100-100. Yeah. I think he's going to rail at the quad. We'll cycle around to the quad. No. Looks like Metsu are moving in early on Team Alpha. They're just repeating exactly what Team Alpha did to them on the previous cycle. Though Maddox does escape. It goes up. The bounce pad against Strengths LG with the quad, and of course he gets taken out. Switch round to the quad carrier as NVC returns to the fold.
Hello, live stream. So 47-39 then, Metsu looking as strong as they did on
Wow, it's a very close game. It could go either way at the moment. We saw Team Alpha with an excellent maneuver to take both power-ups a couple of cycles ago. Metsu tried to achieve the same thing. Didn't quite, but I think Maddox was a little bit, well, could have done with a bit more caution going at the bounce pad against a Strengths quad LG. Even if you do have Battlesuit, that's always a formidable weapon to try and take on.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at Metsu at the moment. They've got a perfect setup here at red armor. 4 yellow triangles. You can see them all on Strengths' pub, so...
Yeah, the only thing is, I mean, both teams are pretty happy holding their side of the map. There's not much aggression in. I mean, Demon just takes a rail that seemed kind of like out of nowhere.
I think that's pretty exciting, though, because I think that means that one of the teams are eventually going to delay a power-up, and it's inevitable.
Well, there's potential for that. Will one of the teams risk it? Maddox just going to force his way through this doorway, as he, like we saw before, puts himself in a really irritating position for the Metsu team when they want to deal out some damage onto this quad. Well, Viam doesn't really pressure too much, and he's not going to do anything now. Maddox has seen to that. That's a good job from Maddox, actually. 10 seconds before the quad. Something's happened to Demon that he finds amusing. It's 10 frag difference. 3, 2, 1. Quad spawns. And Maddox receives. Battlesuit for strengths. So we've seen strengths pretty much pick up every battlesuit for Metsu, or indeed the quad. Oh,
wow.
Keki stole the red right in front of him. I mean, he didn't really need it because he was tanked to the brim anyway, but well, there's Maddox against the shaft of strength to see who comes out on top. Battlesuit. Oh, quad, what an air rocket!
Double kill there, wow. But seriously, Strengths was just, I don't know why he kept with the rocket launcher for so long. But yeah, great play.
Yeah, great play from both of them in the end, getting the frag on each other, but that air rocket was really sweet from Strengths. And we just see how close it can be between a couple of teams. Obviously, the first 2 games were perhaps a little bit disappointing, but this to decide the group winners of Group A, Metsu and Alpha. DreamHack Summer 2011.
It's a big call as well, you know. You want to finish first in this TDM. All the teams looking very strong that are looking to proceed, so...
Exactly. You want to avoid the biggest hitters in the earlier rounds and get your rhythm.
Yeah.
So, halfway through this first map.
Tell you what, Maddox likes the position.
This is a good ambush position. I mean, he's been here for ages. I'm just waiting for somebody to walk through that door. I don't want to switch away and then it should happen instantly. It doesn't look like it. Oh, well, maybe they're going to form an attack here. No. Well, Maddox has got a rail now.
Not going to hit with it, though, apparently. Shouldn't be missing
Does that time. Very nice one. It's going to be Metsu. Surely going to start trying to push forwards and pressure him out of the way because he's in such a dangerous position for their quad now. He can deal out so much damage with that railgun, with the rockets. He's got 1 rocket left, though. 4 rail shots. Wow, 0 QL. There you go. Goes in as the front man. Viam suddenly. Wow, that's aggressive.
It works out in his favour as well. He's also managed to deal a bit of damage into the Alpha player through the doorway.
Well, quad's up. It's been delayed. Battlesuit's delayed as well. What's going on here? Viam moves in, takes the red. He could drop down in behind on the battlesuit. No, 0 QL takes it. And strengths the quad, so it's a double power up for Metsu.
What happened?
It seems like Team Alpha, I guess, committed most of their... Well, 2 of their players just went down, of course, to Viam just before. And presumably they only had 2 defensive players in position at Battlesuit, and then Metsu just split it. Wow, look at that. Then the grenade does hit from Demon. He's done a pretty good job there pushing Strengths away, so Strengths just going to have to make do with picking up the LG there.
He might wait for the 50 HP, you know, but...
Well, it's always risky, isn't it? I mean, even if somebody comes up and bounce pad, they just...
Yeah.
A bit of MG and you're pretty much dead.
Especially though he has 147 shaft. It's actually been a smart decision to back out into red armor.
Let's have a look at the scoreboard quickly. Strengths, as ever, on top for Metsu, 25-7. He's had all the power-ups, though, so he's not exactly telling. And he does get a lot of this armor as well. I like the way that Metsu treat him, though, as their star player. I think that's a valid way of playing in TDM. Don't you, NVC?
I guess so, but if that player underperforms, Strengths isn't now, but if he did, then, well, you sack someone up for 2 minutes and then give him all your stuff and then he fails, well, yeah, GG.
There we go. Moves out low, gets it easy frag. What's he doing? Goes straight up the bounce pad. That's so dangerous. He actually manages to get a frag and escape.
I think he shot the wall behind him and still managed to kill him from the splash. So
good rocket on Demon as well. I think it's an underrated attribute of Strengths' game is his rocket skill. He seems to hit a lot of direct rockets and like really high damage rockets. Anyway, Battlesuit will be first by 2 seconds. And it will be up in a second with following Strength. I'm going to switch around to Demon at the quad area. We'll probably switch to Battlesuit. There it is, 0 QL right on the dot, picks it up. What's that? Is that a delay on quad?
Looks like it. Smart move, maybe. 0 QL doesn't have much armor if he gets caught out here, but actually Demon isn't as stacked as he ought to be. There's the yellow.
Yeah, it'll look better now, though, because of the delay.
The thing is, he can wait till Battlesuit runs out and then push through the room, send his teammate in first, and see what damage he can do. There's a frag onto Juvenile. quite connecting with the railgun. And this is a player who really needs to take out because of those rockets. And as we can see, he's already walked into one of them.
Wow, yeah. Well, he had a teammate helping him, which almost complicated the issue a little bit. And quad runs down. But Team Alpha come out on top, in control of the red armor room.
Yeah, first time I've seen them in control since I returned to the system and setup.
Yeah, it's definitely that Metsu have had the greatest share, but Team Alpha have had their minutes in the limelight of the primary position, you might call it.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do then. Demon's pushing out towards the lower, not too confident though.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. He didn't look like he really wanted to do it. He hasn't got a rocket, so it's very difficult in that zone to push if you don't have a rocket to defend yourself. Much better to let his teammate Keki do it.
I mean, especially because he has a railgun. If he's going to push, he might as well drop the railgun for someone else.
Whoa, Juvenile just runs around the corner at Maddox. That was bizarre as he only had the rail. He used a bit of machine gun, then tried to switch and hit a rail shot, but if anything, he just baited Maddox in and it didn't really go his way. But Maddox now has actually run out himself. He steals the LG. That could be important. Strengths is the only guy then, I presume, for Metsu who has a shaft. 5 minutes remain. There's the warning.
Excellent.
Shut down straight away by Demon though.
Oh no, Vimes dropped it in the void.
First battlesuit drop of the tournament.
And a free quad for Team Alpha. It's in Demon's hands as well.
This is what they wanted. Demon
Oh, that rocket is so heavy. Down to 31 health. He's getting whittled down by machine guns from distance. And
Sparty
he got taken out by his own player. By machine gun. Rather bizarrely.
Yeah, unfortunate situation,
But anyway, they do retain control of the red armor area. Now, that in itself doesn't mean you're going to win. It's not just about controlling areas. It's not just about who gets the most items. They just help you get the frags. It's all about the frags at the end of the day. And the score has slightly extended over, well, the last few minutes in favour of Metsu. Not by a lot, but it hasn't really reduced into Alpha's favour.
What's more important is 16 frags and it's 3 minutes 50 seconds. It has to be on this parachute run that they drop that down to 7, 8 frags or they're going to have no chance. So that's the goal of this run, I feel. Half that score. It has to be.
Well, it's important to get as many of their players with armour before this power-up.
Unfortunately, Spotty has nothing.
Yeah, he has nothing really to work with. He's got a rail and a shotgun at least. That's the weapons. He's healthed up now. And those health bubbles will spawn the same time as the...
If I was Alpha, I would give Sparty all of my weapons and let him take the red, which he's not taken, go in for the power. In fact, that red just...
Wow, nice rail. He's going to follow up with a good rocket. It doesn't connect. Rail out again, tempting. Hits a rocket. It looked like a rail shot was on there. Decided to do a rocket. This is the kind of thing that you really hate as a quad player. Just constant rockets flying in. Alpha have the battlesuit. The delayed quad. Here it is. Well, rail straight away from strength with that quad. Is he just going to evade the battlesuit? Looks like he might have bluffed him. Oh, there's the battlesuit. Oh, strength should probably move in high, shouldn't he? Wow, caught. Oh my god. Demon's rocket straight into the eyes of strength. And this is it. They can bring it back now, NVC.
7, 8 frags, exactly what I wanted to see from Team Alpha after that power-up.
One set of power-ups remain on Grim Dungeons. The second map will be Hidden Fortress, completely different style of map. Keki getting that shotgun frag.
Team Alpha can control this red armor. Oh, wow, it's just been stolen away.
Wow,
by
Zero QL, brilliant work. Steals it. It looks like his team all come running in. That could be good. That could be bad. He might have called them at the wrong time. No, it looks like it might work out for them. Juvenile with the shotgun kill. Going to get Keki off the spawn as well. So tense between these two teams. 50 seconds until the final power-ups.
We're back up to 13 frag difference, and slowly, I mean, I think this is going to be Metsu's map. I can't see Alpha doing it. the quad damage is not for 40 seconds. And on quad damage, you're not going to be able to pick up 13 frags. And I realistically can't see another 6 coming, but you never know. I mean, Alpha could potentially pull it out of the bag, but they're going to have to do something interesting quick. And Juvenile's just peeking the rails in towards that upper yellow, which is going to make things difficult.
Get some Juva rails. Well, Alpha do control the battlesuit 10 seconds before it spawns, but it's the kind of... You can get a player in who dives down and steals it last second. They've got to be very careful about that upper drop. Looks like they are with Sparty spamming some rockets there. He takes the battlesuit. It's only a few seconds till quad. It's not really going to be enough time to get there and double it up. Zero QL takes the quad damage. Shaft on shaft. You surely lose in that fight with only 10 health remaining, but he's almost done enough in VC. Just get the power up.
Right, he seems to have scared the battlesuit off. I don't see him coming in, so yeah, looking definitely like a Metsu first map here in Grim Dungeons. Possible.
Battlesuit will have run out now. Very solid run by Zero QL. Just held his ground essentially. Tried to stack up and health up a bit. It's going to take a lot of damage from Sparty LG there. Oh, somebody fell in the void there. It's only a 5 frag difference, or 6 frag difference, sorry, but time will have run out.
Red wins.
Close game, but it could have gone either way, really. I can't help but feel Demon didn't do the greatest battlesuit runs. I think he had more in him. Didn't help when Sparty shot him when Demon had the quad, but you get unlucky in these situations, in these games, so it's how Quick Live rolls. And yeah, Alpha will be looking forward to the second map to try and bring it back so they can go to a third.
The score was close enough that, in a sense, you wouldn't be too upset about it. You'd say it could have gone either way. It's just that this next map is completely different in gameplay to Grim Dungeons.
Well, I literally think it's impossible for any team in this tournament to beat Metsu on this map.
You
I
do?
really do.
Any team?
Any team, I think they're just way, way too strong. So I hope Team Alpha can do something, but you know, we're gonna have to see. It's definitely Team Alpha the team to watch here, because it's them that've got to beat Metsu, not Metsu beat Alpha. To them, I think they're pretty confident.
So the teams will remain the same juvenile strengths of IAM and Zero QL against Demon, Keki, Maddox and Sparty. That's Metsu versus Team Alpha, DreamHack Summer 2011 Quake Live Team Deathmatch Tournament. And we're on Hidden Fortress, second map. So NVC, how does this differ from Grim Dungeons? What is the game style you expect to see from both teams?
Well, there's not going to really be any, well, nothingness in this map. Always something's going to happen. In GM14, you'll see the team set up on red, team set up on yellows, and occasionally teams do nothing between the powers, which is kind of how we saw these two teams play just as they kind of go in some situations. But here, you're going to see a team set up on yellow armor. Try sending some players over to red and Railgun, especially if you're Metsu. But ultimately, you're always going to be pressured at every point on the map. So individual ability is definitely key here.
Alpha will need to win this map to take it to a third. This is to decide who takes the victory of the group. Group A, that is, sorry. We're going to go live in 3, 2, 1. Bam, starting off with Juvenile. We always seem to start with him. Moving in with that machine gun. Doesn't really get to do anything. Misses out on all the items, in fact, and it's kind of a...
Yeah, these starts are always depressing as a player, but you know you've got to keep yourself alive and wait for the weapons.
God. Was that 2 frags by strengths as they chased Juvenile? So he baited them effectively. Good job. Now, quad can spawn from 30 seconds. That's now till the end of the minute. This first quad, we don't know when it will spawn. It spawns very early, and both teams have been caught out by that. Strengths presumably just spawned close and managed to get in there. Sparty not going to drop that shotgun easily to the quad. Strengths managed to miss the 25. Almost got caught in the shaft from below. Has a rail now. Rocket. He ignores the rocket. Moves to this lower area. Mega's not going to be up anytime soon, but he can maybe pressure this yellow. Great rail onto Demon. Moves up the stairs and he wins over the yellow LG.
Exactly what you want from a quadrant.
Why is the yellow LG such a key area in VC?
It's got LG, it's got yellow. It's
Simple
Strength's
as.
favourite position on the map, really. What more could he want?
Yeah.
Blue leads.
Well, it's the kind of base of operations I would always describe it as a safe point on the map. There's nowhere else you could sit a player who could stack up and have enough ammo. Get in a position of having 140 armor, LG 150 ammo, and then move out to mid and do all kinds of damage. But Strengths have had to back off there because none of his team were actually defending the LG position. I think he's probably going to do the same again.
That's actually a great move. He's got a railgun out doing that as well. He may even get the mega.
Oh, he's missed out on the mega to Sparty. Great steal from Sparty, and he's done a lot of damage actually. Strengths has pretty much lost his entire stack, and he's only got around 50 health on the board. Does supplement that with the yellow. Keki trying to pressure in. In fact, Sparty came out of nowhere. I guess he rocket jumped up. Although that yellow's not going to be up for a while, he needs his team to get in there and grab those weapons. They're no use going to him when he's only got 30 health. He actually leaves the LG. Of course, quad is coming up soon. Kills a teammate, but shouldn't be too much bother. Quad up in 5. And Team Alpha in position for this. Wow, Keki had it. I think Zero QL fragged him and he fragged Zero QL at the same time. Quad's down and Metsu, well, thought they were in on yellow straight away, but it didn't actually look like it in the end. There's a bit of sharp coming out of nowhere. Didn't quite see who did it. There you go, Zero QL set on the backside of the map. Demon drops down and takes a free rocket launcher. Well, when I say free, took a bit of damage for his troubles. And 4 seconds before mega health, his strengths.
Yeah, looking very stacked. He's, well, I wonder if his team has got yellow. It doesn't look like it, actually. Okay, lost down on that position. Are we going to see Metsu trying to play away from that item for the next 60 or so seconds, or is Strengths going to try and push back in?
Well, it doesn't look like he's got much support from his team. He might be calling them in now, though, to draw some fire so he can get an ambush frag. You need to kind of deal some damage in first before you move in on that yellow position, and moving in from below is ridiculously dangerous. But there you go. There's that Zero QL with his railgun moving in high, but coming up against a Keku who's basically 100 stacked and now 150 armor with the shaft. Whoa, that was an aggressive push by Strengths with the rockets, and it worked out perfectly.
To say that, he doesn't have much health, you know. Him holding yellow armor isn't going to be the best idea. He might need a teammate to stay back with him, and this could potentially hurt him. But yeah, Strengths is down.
Yeah, let's see. Well, Team Alpha, they sensed a bit of a flaw in the defense of Metsu, and they've moved in, stolen that yellow right before the quad. Teams want to start moving there now. Zero QL pulling out some crazy rockets. Some were paid off, others didn't. Let's switch around actually away from him. Juvenile with the rail is going to get caught out by Keki. And now 5 seconds for the quad. Team Alpha are the guys in prime position. Wow, what a rail from Keki. It's almost a predictive rail. I couldn't see anything that was going on down there. Takes the yellow. Shotgun, LG, rail. Perfect set of weapons for a quad run of this style.
He needs to end it yellow. He needs to.
Juvenile goes down. He's going to take the stairs route. Goes up against Zero Kill. Wasn't quite ready with the shotgun, but he hit a heavy hitting and took out Zero Kill. This is a brilliant quad run by Keki. He's won over yellow. He's got multiple frags. He saw his team collect red as well, so they should be in prime position for the next minute or so.
Yeah, looking very, very good. They have yellow comfortable at the moment, but the thing is with Metsu, they're going to come charging back in, and I think Team Alpha should realise that and just stick a couple of people in awkward spots in that room and take strengths out ASAP, because look, they're setting up now to make a push in, it looks like.
Yeah, 4 frags the difference with 60 seconds still the quad, so it's a lot about the work around the yellow armor room at the moment. Don't need to set up quad that early. Viam just around this back yellow, in fact, just trying to mop up some spawns. Misses his rails, important rails. Can't afford to leave spawners around for long on this map. You need to take every advantage you can get with spawn kills. But the pressure Metsu's dishing out on Alpha is all with these rails.
Right, look at that. Viam to strengths.
I'm going to switch 2 strengths ready for this power up. He seemed to be stacked. Well, he's only got 30 health, but has got the armor. He will want that power up.
He shouldn't go for the other 25. He's risking it.
He doesn't get caught out. Might be caught out on the way back though. Whoa!
Very, very lucky.
Needs his team to make sure it's locked down. Good rail from strengths. Juvenile at the back. There you go. Nice quad for strength. Wow. Goes for a rail shot at point blank range rather than the shotgun he had out. So confident strength in his own ability. I think when you are, you hit those kind of shots so easily. There you go. Shotgun on Maddox. Dispatched.
And ends up at yellow armor. Making sure he's safe for his team. Again, perfect quad run.
Discussed that in many streams before about the importance of ending up in areas of significance, tactical importance.
Impressive.
NVC was just kicking me.
Playing footsie.
So Metsu have a bit of a lead on this and perhaps are filling your prediction that they are the best team on this map. Remember, Team Alpha do need to win this to take it to a third.
Yeah, pressure's certainly on, but we're not even halfway yet. Just got to make sure they don't lose it, because this frag difference is slowly increasing, and the deficit for Alpha may just become too much.
Good shotgun work from Keki, and he manages to survive.
Why
With
didn't
only
he go
9
get
health
a
to get the
railgun
50. Yeah.